10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we're back in.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. This is Sean and Guy and Curt.
Hello.
Of the Beauty Hunters. Welcome to the Quarantine Power Hour, probably our 6th, I think, edition in the ongoing electronic resistance. Thank you so much for joining us again. So this is a inner and outer space episode, and I just wanted to tell you that opening sequence was by Nacho Concern, our collaborators from Austin, Texas. They've worked with us before on a number of live shows and on the live recording of our record, which someone can hold up in front of the camera right now, perhaps Curt, or maybe not. The record
I don't have it handy.
I got one on the floor. Let me grab it. You
All
talk.
right, let's see.
You talk, Sean.
Yeah. Welcome. Like Guy said, it's been strange times here in the on planet Earth, which is part of the reason we want to explore the inner and outer space. Oh, there's our record cover. Beautiful. Still available. Dirty Knobby Records. dirtyknobby.com.
There I am.
There you are, Curt. So, Beauty Hunters, muscle memory, like Sean says, out on Dirty Knobby Records. So just punch Dirty Knobby into your search bar, and it'll give you a link there. So yeah, that fantastic piece at the beginning there was by Nacho Concern from Austin, Texas, and they collaborated on the visuals that go with the album.
Can be found on Beauty Hunters YouTube, Beauty Hunters channel.
It can. So, Let me just say it's been an unusual week since we were last on. There's been some ups and there's been some downs. I think we're going to talk about them throughout the show, as well as having some really fantastic guests this week, which we'll get to later on, and some of our regular segments. But do
you want to talk about? I'm showing the video "Golden Brown" by the Stranglers right now. You want to talk about? You want to talk?
Yeah, let me just say that, as many of you know, I work in a hospital, and I have been I'm a registered nurse, and I've been working for the last 6 weeks in COVID operations. And even though this last week saw a slight decrease in the amount of admissions and positive patients, which is a great thing for us, it's the patients don't get better, the ones that have it, and they stay in the hospital a long time. And unfortunately, this week, this is somewhat of a eulogy to Dave Greenfield, who was the keyboard player for the Stranglers, one of my all-time favorite bands, and a huge influence on myself, even though I'm really a bass player, but I've sort of attempted to become a keyboard player. Dave was a master. He was regarded as a master musician. He passed away in Britain earlier this week. He had some other things wrong with him, but but he died from complications of COVID-19. So I'm going to drop the needle now on a little Strangler stuff. We'll take a listen.
Sad day indeed.
So he was known for his rapid arpeggiator style on the keys. Could play synthesizers, organs, pianos. He's a pretty great player. And
Guy knows a little about arpeggiation, don't you, Guy?
Yeah, I love the arpeggiator. I'm gonna turn him up for a second here. We'll just listen to some of his stuff here. I think he
sounds good. Sounds good.
Solo here.
Stuff.
Yeah, so it was definitely a sad day to find out that David passed away. But, the Stranglers were a fantastic act, perhaps too musical to be considered a punk band, too punk to be considered a music band. Who knows? But they're definitely one of my favorites.
That was a great tribute, Guy.
Yeah. Well, we're going to stay in the bummer vibe for a little bit here because another great influence on us also passed away this week, and I'll play a little bit of that in just a second. His name was Florian Schneider. He was the founding member. Him and Ralph Hutter founded Kraftwerk in Dusseldorf in the early 1970s. He was a flautist and a synthesist. And Sean, you want to talk a little bit about Florian's influence?
My introduction to Kraftwerk was like probably in the early 80s when I moved to the UK. And of course, at that time, you weren't allowed to listen to cool bands like Kraftwerk without being ostracized by your friends, which worked out perfectly for me. But it's these are trying times. He was an innovator for sure. It was fun music. Be sad that it's gone, but lives on in the Beauty Hunters.
Yeah, and thankfully it was Florian's passing was not from the coronavirus, but it's still a sad day that he passed from cancer. I'm just going to turn up. This is the iconic track Autobahn. Take a bit of a listen here.
Good choice, Guy.
Yeah, Florian was originally a flautist, but there's a lot of flute-like voicings on synthesizers, and I think that's what led him to synthesis, was the voicing. There's some nice footage of them playing there. Thank you, Curt. They almost look like they're Madame Tussauds wax models, which I believe they are actually immortalized in Madame Tussauds as an entire band in wax. Pretty awesome stuff.
That's incredible. Great footage, Curt.
So, all this excellent music by other people makes me want to play music myself. So, what do you think, Sean? Is it time to crack out a little jam here on the synthesizers?
I like the sound of that.
I like the sound of it too. Without further ado, Kurt's going to dial up some imagery, and Sean and I are going to rock the synths.
This is not the fucking right order.
We're good. I seem to have lost audio. Hey, Guy, I think you're muted. I think you're muted. I can't hear anything. That's fair. Small technical difficulties.
Sorry, I accidentally muted. It'll make what we play at the end so much more exciting.
That was awesome.
I think I was in at the start and the end, but sounded nice. I could hear me mix with you, but no one else could.
It's part of the mystery of Beauty Hunters. We're a mystery to ourselves.
There's a lot of mystery out there. So I think it might be time to move on to some.
I believe Curt has a little
activity.
something for us.
Curt, what's going on there?
Oh yeah. Well,
in the control center.
yeah. Well, sorry for those technical difficulties in my course language.
It's okay. It's not a family show. We decided that earlier on.
Oh well, that was good.
I think a lot of our audience actually speaks French.
You were talking. We had that last bit the early bit. Sorry, with the record part, with we're having some of our collaborators from the record on tonight, who collaborated with us for our live performance of the recording of the record. We have Lenny Burge the third tonight doing a sculpting demo, digital sculpting, and I just wanted to give a shout out to our friends who gave us that video of the inner space video with your music in the intro tonight for our collaboration from Austin, Texas, Nacho Concern.
Yeah, that was cool.
Indeed.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Pat. Lenny.
Yeah, it was Pat and the whole crew down there, Colin and Craig. We really appreciate all their hard work and helping us out on
this show was fun.
And also, remember we did the longest video feedback loop in history from the Maker Faire a couple years ago with those guys.
That's right.
Maker Faire, that's
so
right.
I just want to give those guys, as always, a big shout out.
Because they're rad.
Indeed they are.
Hey,
So what
I'm
are we
stopping your guys' video.
What is that screen we're seeing? What's that white noise I'm seeing there? Huh?
Can you guys hear my mic?
Oh, what is that? Are we getting some more technical difficulties?
No, I think our engineer is taking over.
Wow. Hey, Curt. Wow, thanks for all those nice words.
Whoa. Is that Pat from Nacho Concern?
Hey, man. Yeah, how you doing?
Well, I've been better, but yeah, I'm doing okay.
Well, yeah. You know, Nacho Concern from Austin, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm not in Austin anymore.
Oh, really? Where are you at?
Well, you know how I was going to come on a few weeks ago and talk about the alien link to the COVID crisis, but it wasn't very interesting or funny?
Oh, no, I thought it was both.
About how I wasn't able to tell if it was the secret Earth government that had released the virus to kill off a certain species of alien, or if it was a threat from the aliens that had been here against the secret Earth government.
Yeah.
Or a third set of aliens that is priming the Earth for their invasion. I mean, or is the virus and all viruses just an interdimensional manifestation of parallel universes?
Yeah, it's good question.
Well, yeah, so I'm hiding, Curt. I'm hiding.
Where are you?
I'm hiding from the alien, Curt. I'm hiding from the aliens, Curt. Let me see if I can bring up an exterior shot of my ship. Hold on.
Whoa, you're in a...
Oh.
Wow.
Curt, I'm hiding from the aliens in Seattle.
In Seattle?
I'm in Ballard.
You're in Ballard?
Curt, I shrunk myself down. I'm in a tiny spaceship in your bloodstream, Curt.
Gulp. You're what? What are you doing now?
I'm checking my vitals, Curt. You can't be too careful.
So what is it saying?
Oh, blood pressure's real high and a temperature of 106. Maybe I should...
You should stay 6 feet away from me.
6, that's going to be kind of difficult. 6 feet's more like 6 nanometers right now.
What, why? What are you talking about?
Hey, Curt, remember how the other day you said your hand was hurting?
Yeah.
Well, check this out.
Whoa. What the?
Try it again.
What? Oh my gosh. What the heck is that? It feels better already.
Feels better. Yeah, man. I had this great idea about bringing light into the body.
Well, you know what you should do? You're gonna have to head down to my liver. That would help me out.
All right, buddy. Well, take
Cheers,
care.
Pat. Thanks. And scene.
That's good stuff. Whew. Thank you for that, Pat. I'm starting my video as the boss.
Well, that was
says.
amazing. I didn't expect Pat to like show up in a spaceship in my bloodstream.
No, that was pretty impressive.
Whoa, he's still in there. Look at. Whoa.
That's nice. You can get that extra work done on your liver.
Yeah.
I could use
my
some of
knee,
that.
my ankle, my foot, my wrist, a lot of things. He could work on a lot of things for the next 8 or 9 months. Well, that was amazing that we had Pat check in. I thought it was going to be from Austin, but it turns out he's in my bloodstream. But I think, isn't it time for our regular guest segment with the Inside with the Hollywood Outsider? Dan O'Rourke.
Okay.
How's it going?
Hey, Dan. How's it going, man?
Hey, it's good. So last week I teased the collected works of classic MacGyver. Well, it turns out 139 hours is a shitload of hours. So yeah, I didn't get to that. I assigned an intern, and he's gonna give me notes on each episode. So if MacGyver solved the pandemic and or fixed any, gave us any, pertinent life hacks, I'll have notes on those pretty soon. But in the meantime, Hollywood's been, active. It's back at it. A couple of countries, brave countries, are they are moving forward, opening up, going to be starting shooting on some new movies. But one little fella, he's not taking that. He's not just accepting going back to normal. Tom Cruise, the Tomcat, has teamed up with NASA and SpaceX and announced that he is going to shoot the first movie in outer space. Yeah, outer space. Tom Cruise comes and saves it again.
From inner space to outer space.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be too expensive.
And look, it fits. Look, there are some questions about liability, and there are questions about how to make him look bigger on screen in outer space and where he's going to run to. But, all that stuff will get solved because Hollywood's genius. Anyway, that's kind of leaving you hanging. So I'm going to say, I don't want to leave you hanging. I know you're bored. We're all in quarantine. So I'm going to suggest we all look back to the 80s before Hollywood goes back and screws up those movies. I'm just going to suggest you check out a couple of my favorites. Gleam in the Cube, little skateboarding, Rad,
Ooh.
Bandits, Hot Dog if you want to get into some skiing, Ski School. Hide Out if you're a volleyball man. Volleyball guys, okay. Breaking 2. And then a little ode to what we're doing here. Pump Up the Volume. It's not 80s. It's right on the cusp of 90s, but it's pirate radio at its best, which I think is what's going on here. And then just one last thing, because I love LA, and I've mentioned the graffiti stuff here. Check out Turk 182. Simpler times when graffiti was bad, man. Come on. And I leave it there. I'm out, guys.
Oh, these are lovely.
Thanks,
Dan.
That was great. That was great. And, we love Dan. Big, great friend, family, Hollywood, California, which brings me into our next segment. It's a segue. It's perfect because I was supposed to do Dan after this one, but it's working out better with the video. Our next guest, Lenny Burge. Check out this video we're watching right now. Sculpted by Sean Hollowell and Lenny Burge.
Yeah.
Lust.
Hug attack.
Len, come on in, man.
Okay, I'm here.
There he is. And Kenna's in the background. Hi, Kenna.
Oh shit, am I on there?
Oh shit, she said.
Hello.
Hello, I can't believe you're playing that old video. That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. That was one of my favorite jobs I ever had.
That was your sculpture right there. There it is.
Look at that.
John made that. Oh.
Yeah, show them how it's done. Boom. This is a good scene.
Starring Blaze
Roxy.
Brooks and also Darcy Talkington Hollowell is in this
that's correct.
video.
Yeah,
That
and
is
Gildan
correct.
And Gildan.
Roxy. That's my niece Roxy jumping.
Oh, boom. Come on.
Bye.
I was a PA on this video.
Oh, yeah, Don.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I locked the keys in the van when I went to go pick up that explosion kit at Woodby Island. That was really fun.
I love when things go wrong in the video.
I know, I do too.
Well, anyways, this is one of your first sculpture. This is an early collaboration by you. Well, not early, but a collaboration by you and Sean.
That's right. Len was a director on this one.
Yeah, that was my
ant wrangler.
Final little piece. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a cool. That was a fun video.
Then I switched to nature videos.
And I like those too.
Yeah, no sets, no props. All
Right.
real.
Very impulsive.
Yeah.
Hey, so one of the reasons we brought you on, Len, is we're bringing the members of our immediate family. You are one of those.
All
And just sort of showing some of the people what sort of stuff you've been working on since you've been locked down. I know that you've been working with some new software. I see some of your sculptures behind you, but you sort of moved on to a new medium now. And I was wondering if maybe you could show us some of that stuff.
Yeah, digital. And can I just say, Dan's segment was great. But that Pat thing threw me off. That was really entertaining. I felt like,
oh my God, I was
movie.
dying.
I was watching a movie.
that was hilarious.
I expect next week's to be even more, have more production value and all that.
Oh yeah, I mean that's.
So let's see here. Can you see that?
So what's what you're working on?
What do you see now?
I see the flesh of an animal with some spikes on it.
Yeah. So this is a flea, kind of like the one you saw in the video, because I'm obsessed with fleas because they like dogs and so do I. So I think they're cool looking and
Yeah, they are cool looking. That's amazing.
thank you.
So you did that all as you're modeling that in this program?
Yeah, it's all in ZBrush. It's kind of a digital clay modeling medium, is what they call it.
Can you spin that
And
around? Three-dimensional piece?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Now I use something kind of like this in my field, except that I use it to design machines instead of animals. But is it? I think we talked about this earlier. You can actually create files to rapid prototype these, right? Print these.
Yeah, this is the same as any CAD program, but it has more of fleshy undertones. Like you can do hard modeling like what you do, but you can also do interesting.
Yeah, you can have those textures and stuff.
Yeah, and shapes.
And make a rhino flea.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So you can pretty much do anything in this program that's possible in sculpture.
Hey, there's a rumor that you have a couple of recognizable pieces that maybe if you feel like showing those, we could see if the people recognize the subjects.
We should see if anyone can guess it. Let's see. Wow. There you go. Man who fell to earth.
Yeah, that's a good one. One of my favorite humans.
He's not a human.
Well, the man who played the man who fell to earth is one of my favorite humans. That's amazing. And did you scan that? Did you scan some of that in? Is that how you do that, or?
Yeah. So this was a clay sculpture, originally a clay sculpture that I just recently had scanned so I can finish it in the and I'm gonna paint it and try to get it to look as realistic as possible in the 3D world.
That's so that there's a seam that runs down the side of his head. I saw. Is that a relic of the scanning process?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's you see it right here.
Yeah.
That's because it was a silicone model, and we had dremeled the silicone down a little bit so that we could fill it and attach the skin. So.
Oh yeah.
But we never did it, and it ended up coming on the stand. But if you see on this other side, I'm patching it with the program.
Oh yeah, you can't even see the. God, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then I can start detailing it.
Oh yeah.
Lines. And
Wow,
those aren't the right ones, but you know what I'm saying.
no, I love it. But you can. I mean, it's pretty much infinite what you can do.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll show you a more detailed model.
Okay.
See if anyone can guess who this is. At least anyone out in the audience.
Awesome. I'm reading Ham on Rye again right now, actually.
It's a great book.
It is a great book.
That and Post Office.
Yeah, Post Office. I like Women, too.
Women's
It's a trippy one. I read that at an exceptionally strange time in my life, so maybe that was why it was so influential.
It's probably the only book I ever laughed out loud. So here we
Truth's
go.
there.
You can,
I like how lava-like it is.
Yeah, it's cool.
It has flow.
What else?
Live. Hey, have you printed any of these pieces, Len?
no, not yet. I haven't. I've done a few prints, but I don't have them with me right now. But nothing, none of these, because they're still unfinished. You know?
Right. They're done.
There's a question from the comments about how you get these started. Do you freehand stuff or do you start with something as a reference?
And
Sorry,
the
say that again.
Want to know? Wasp Swarm wants to know: did you freehand all of it, or do you start with something?
Well, the Bowie was a scan, and but this one was freehand. It starts with a. I'll show you a ball like that.
Then you just carve it, basically, and push around the edges and stuff?
Yeah. So you basically start modeling it, making a chin, forehead, back of head.
Wow. See it already. It's an alien.
Then you're done. You just cash your check and you're done. Boom.
So Len's just been sitting
Wants
at
to know
home
more
printing
about the
money.
flea.
So you can custom make people.
Yeah, you can make anybody you want.
Huh.
Um,
But you could custom make an imaginary perfect person, right?
yeah, you can do any characters and like the flea. Who wants to know about the flea?
Same question. Well, a wasp swarm. Interested in your sculpting technique?
Oh yeah, so
Did you start from nothing or from a reference with this? With the
you start from nothing. You really just start with this ball of clay and you start
Something we printed up on our machine.
you start working out a shape, like a flea shape.
It's something you printed, Sean?
Yeah, we printed this up on one of our machines at my firm, and you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but it can move inside itself.
Can you make a bong?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah,
Like a coil pot. Can you make a coil pot with that type of sculpture?
I don't know what a coil pot is.
You know where you make a coil round and round to make a pot and then you smooth it out.
Oh, in Lens program, you mean?
Well, it's like sculpting, but it's not like throwing a pot like our friend Frank Dettinger does. You might want to check out his program, The Almighty Op.
That's
and
right.
check out one of his live performances on
Man,
Instagram.
I saw some of that stuff. That is amazing. It's so, I mean, you just get so into the characters. That's cool. Are you putting that together right now, man? That's amazing.
No, these are templates that you can you
can start with.
Yeah, you can start with them.
You can make a really evil Animal Crossing New Horizons avatar with those guys.
Oh, that's
Evil sounds.
But yeah, everything really starts with it's just like really sculpting for real. It starts with a ball of clay. And there's my
So you like this program? This is a good, out of everything that you've seen, this is like one of these ones that's like feels like sculpting to you.
Hi.
That's cool.
Oh, hi,
Is that Ava?
There's Ava.
Hi, Ava.
Hi, sorry.
That's all right. We like family on our show.
Yeah, because we're actually
Hi.
I think we're just like kind of sliding into hot topics right now, aren't we, Dawn?
Sure.
Oh, wait, Sean, you didn't say Spider-Man.
Well,
Sorry. Hey, Len. I got
Yeah.
a question for you. Spider-Man.
What's that?
I got a question for you. Spider-Man. Or Zoom.
Can you see me?
I can't.
We
I can
you.
see.
Oh, now you gotta stop sharing.
Yeah, you want to see your camera.
oh, Junie hit the button. The dog hit the button. The escape button. Well, anyways,
Let's see Spider-Man. That's cool.
That's Spider-Man?
Yeah. Did you do that in the program?
No, I didn't. This is hand sculpted. Watch.
Wow, look at
that.
Awesome. That's not Spider-Man.
What am I not seeing? Oh, there we are.
Slim's scary face inside Spider-Man's mask. Spider-Man was taken away.
Well, I think we've pretty much got to our topic of space travel tonight. I mean, I think we've covered all the, pretty much everything about it, as always we do with our show.
Well, I don't know if we've covered the poetry aspect of space travel, have we?
Well, we have not covered the poetry aspect,
true,
have we?
Hey, thanks, Len. That was cool.
What kind of
Awesome
poetry
stuff.
corner did you think you had for us tonight, Guy?
Well, I'm going to because we are talking about traveling in outer space, inner space, space travel. We already had Pat beaming in, Nacho Concern from inner space. So I was going to hit you with a little bit of work that is pretty much in my wheelhouse. As you know, I'm mid 20th century to late 20th century contemporary poets. This time it's an English poet. This English poet's name is John Douglas Lord. And even though he worked in a collective that sort of kept secret who was doing the work and who was responsible for what aspects, I think it's safe to say that this particular piece was 100% John Douglas Lord. So I'm going to read it to you now. We had a lot of luck on Venus. We always had a ball on Mars. Meeting all the groovy people.
Hey, guys, sorry to interrupt you. Your vocals are a little quiet for our studio audience.
Okay, let me start again.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Are they better now?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh, so much.
Okay. Let's start that one again. We had a lot of luck on Venus. We always had a ball on Mars. Meeting all the groovy people. We've rocked the Milky Way so far. We danced around the Borealis. We're space trucking round the stars. Come on, let's go space trucking. Remember when we did the moonshot and Pony Trekker led the way? We'd move to the Canaveral moonstomp, and every nought would dance and sway. We got music in our solar system. We're space trucking round the stars. Come on, let's go space trucking. The fireball that we rode was moving, but now we've got a new machine. Yeah, the freak said. Man, those cats can really swing. I've got music in their solar system. They've rocked around the Milky Way. They dance around the Borealis. They're space trucking every day. Come on, let's go space trucking.
Come on.
Yep. John Douglas Lord, a master of words. He was actually a fellow at Stevenage College in Scotland and held a doctorate from University of Leicester.
Wow.
And honorary, both. But nonetheless, that's quite a piece of wordsmithing he's put down there. I particularly like the invented word every naught instead of astronaut.
Yeah.
There they are right there. Look at.
They are. Well, that's another space traveler.
Yeah.
He traveled, I don't know what space. Oh, our buddies the Clash. I don't know what space Rick traveled in.
There it is.
A dirty space.
Yeah, dirty space.
Well, that was a great poetry.
A sexy space.
That's my favorite poetry corner yet.
Yeah, that's a good one. I just won the Mark Twain Award.
Ah, yeah, he'd definitely be a candidate.
Yeah.
All right, well, what do you think? Is it time to jam again?
I think jamming is a superb idea.
Let's do it. Let's jam it. Let's jam it hard, man.
Let's space truck.
Let's space truck indeed. Come on.
Or C, how about?
Nice, guys. Nice.
Thanks, Dan.
I think we've finally flattened the curve.
The viewing curve.
The
It's
curve.
smattering, that one smatter of a, it's not even a smattering, it's a smatter.
The
It's a
curve is
singular for smattering of applause.
I can hear it.
It's pretty much like any of our live shows anyways. It's not really that much different.
Except that I like to be in the same room with both Guy and Curt for these events.
Well, that was a good jam session. I think the music's sounding better.
Yeah, we're good.
You know, if I could just keep my expletive together. I hope I don't.
like it.
I hope I didn't ruin it with my outbursts for our YouTube audience tonight.
The Shelley Duvall stuff was awesome.
Oh yeah, hello, I'm Shelly.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
With that video.
And you know, I'm not sure if you look at the. I know we kind of miss hot topics, but I'm not sure if you look at the dark web reader boards very often. But
I do.
But
It's dark.
I was hearing this thing that we were going to get Zoom bombed again by well, last week we thought we just called them a synth bomber, but it turns out they're called baby snakes, and they were I heard on the dark web that they were going to bomb us tonight. So thank God they didn't do that, because that would really have gotten in the way of our programming.
That probably would have shut us down.
I lost the meeting. Yeah, I lost.
So thank God baby snakes didn't bomb us tonight.
Dead air.
I guess I would like to thank, since I guess we're wrapping up.
We're
I'm not
wrapping
sure
it
what's
up.
going on with our video, but oh no,
Dan
there you
and
go.
Len, hey, thanks for helping us out tonight.
Yeah.
Len, that was pretty cool. That's an awesome program. I'd like to see more of that.
Good times.
More of that stuff.
Ava, come here.
Hey, let's say hi to Ava.
Say hi to Ava.
Hi, my dear.
Hi, everyone.
You look awesome.
So do you.
Yeah, it's because I'm beautiful and old.
You know they got 1 million views. Y'all see?
No, I can see it says they have 6.
6.
That's participants.
Oh, how do you
Yeah,
see?
we have like 17 viewers. Woo!
Woo!
Oh man, we are totally flattening the curve. Last week was 56. The week before was 114. We're doing such a good job. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for helping us flatten this curve. This Zoom meeting virus we have right now.
I can't wait to haul my equipment somewhere remote so I can be loud. Well, thanks again for everyone. That was a fun show.
Thanks, guys.
Please join us next week. Well, or maybe not. I don't know. We're figuring it out as we go.
Sure that. Okay, signing off. Bye, guys.
Thank you to Len Burge and Nacho Concern, our main collaborator, and of course, Inside Dan O'Rourke, Inside with the Hollywood Outsider again. Thanks, everyone.
Woohoo!